Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Happy Sunday to everyone. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. We are in the house and we're doing another live video real quick. And as some of you have seen the title of this video, but before I go into the title, I want to thank everyone who has recently subscribed to this channel. Those that are supporting this channel, I thank you so much. I thank you for your view. I thank you for sharing my videos. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to the chat. But as you can see, the title of this video is America is in the situation that she is in because people in this country are not interested in practicing their rights. We have a constitution. We have a Bill of Rights. We got two clowns running for president. And I find it very interesting that most of the presidents that we've had for this country are all old white men. Let's just call an ace and a spade a spade. Yeah, a couple of years ago, President Obama, he ran for president. Some of you were so foolish to vote him in. Some of you. The only two parties that are representing the American people today is the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. But what good does both of these two parties do? Because all they want you to do, the powers that be, all they want you to do is stay divided. Shout out to the chat. I heard a video this morning where some young people was talking about the food situation in this country and why certain things are in place as they are. Why people seem to be getting sicker instead of better, in certain situations. It's all a setup. And people are not doing their research. People are not trying to find out the truth. People are too afraid. They would rather be sheeple. They would rather follow than fucking lead. That is why the Constitution is there for you. That is why the Bill of Rights is there for you. That's why the amendments are there for you. Yes, each state has their own laws, but none of the states can outrule what's going on in that Constitution. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution. I bet half of you don't even know what it says in the Constitution. But I bet you know the words of some rap song. I bet you know what Wendy Williams talked about 3-4 years ago. You're into gossip. You're into being entertained all day long. It's not about entertainment sometimes. Sometimes you have to educate yourself about what's going on in this world. We got so much stuff going on. There are 9 dimensions of society that supports the bullshit that's going on. The politicians, they're their number one problem. The people that's in Congress, the people that's in Senate, the people that sits on the Supreme Court, the people that's being voted in as president, the people that's being voted in as governor or mayor or city council. A lot of you don't do your research before you vote in these fucking clowns. You got motherfuckers that's right there in Congress, been in Congress for too long. Too long. I don't mean no harm. I like Maxine Waters, but Maxine Waters been there too long. It's time to retire, baby girl. Go and get your pension. Because if you sit in Congress at least 30 years, when you retire from Congress or when you leave from public office, you get a nice, solid pension. It's the same amount of money she's making now. That's why a lot of the older ones that's in Congress, you're old, you've been there too long. Some of you have been, I'm talking about the ones that's in Congress. Some of you have been there since the 70s, since the 80s. It's your time to fucking retire. A lot of people don't want to believe that. A lot of people don't want to listen to that. A lot of people are afraid. I find it very interesting, though. People on this app, especially in this sector, all they want to do is gossip and talk about each other. That's all they want to fucking do all day long. Yesterday, I think it was reported on the news that, and I saw the footage, but Trump was at one of his rallies and somebody was shooting off a gun or whatever the case may have been. All of this is set in place to distract us from what we need to be doing. We got too many problems in this country, too many divisions amongst the people. Too many. I think so. And a lot of other people think so too, but some people are too afraid. There was one particular YouTuber did a wonderful video yesterday, but guess what? The video they did yesterday, they put it on private. Why did they put that video on private? You know why they put it on private? Because they got scared. Because they became concerned. I'm not concerned about nothing what YouTube's talking about or nobody else is talking about. I'm going to speak like the way I want to speak. Don't nobody tell me what to do. I'm not ruled by fear or threats. They got this thing, YouTube guidelines. Let me tell you something. When you press that live button, it's your responsibility to get your own content out. YouTube is not going to do it. YouTube is not going to call you in the morning and say, hello, it's time for you to go live. Or hello, it's time for you to do a short. Or hello, it's time for you to write on your community wall. That is your responsibility. That's your channel. That's your responsibility. You have the right to say what you want to say. I don't care how many people you offend. We're not here about feelings. We're here about doing content. That's what we're here for. I know it's early in the morning. I know it's Sunday. I know people are busy doing what they got to do. Those that are not here will catch the playback. I welcome you to catch the playback. Some of you enjoy when I talk bullshit about other YouTube creators. But the shit I be talking about, that be some real bona fide shit. Because we do got some motherfuckers on this app that believe in doing sadistic parenting. Instead of guiding their children with love and understanding and trying to be supportive of their children, they want to hurt their children. They want to embarrass their children. They find joy and pleasure in knowing that they had hurt their own flesh and blood. This country is going down the tubes. We got motherfuckers right in this fucking sector that are so sick and so sadistic. They find pleasure. I mean, you got motherfuckers on here that is laughing about how they beat their children, how they put whelps on their children, how they hurt their children. They find pleasure in that. I believe I looked on one of the YouTube channels and there is a gentleman, he's sitting in prison right now. What is the charge that he's charged with? There's a dude sitting in prison right now, black dude. He's there for sadistic Child abuse. And he got more than 40 years to do. We got a lot of problems in this country, a lot of issues. But one of the main issues that we do have, and this is why they got all these different gyms up. This is why they got all these different things going on. This is why they putting poison in the food, poison in the water, because the people of the United States is not doing their research. They're not doing their diligence to find out what's going on, what's happening. We got more people that have been dying of cancer in the last, 10, 20 years. It's ridiculous. Cancer has never been this hard hitting until recently. Until recently. People will find reason, well, maybe the people were smoking. No, that a lot of people that catch the cancer or come up with lung cancer or breast cancer or brain cancer or some kind of cancer that's going on in their body, they were not smokers. So explain that to me. You got motherfuckers in this country never smoked a cigarette in their life and they got lung cancer. How did you get lung cancer and you don't smoke? Maybe nobody in your house is smoking. There are certain places now where you can go in public, cigarettes are not allowed. So what's the real excuse? I'm telling you what it is. They putting shit in your fucking food. They putting shit in the fucking water. A lot of people want to say, well, I wonder why certain things are. Look at the situation. We got farmers in this country that are being paid federal money not to grow crops, not to grow corn, not to grow any kind of tomatoes or beans or nothing. They are being paid not to grow crops. Who is paying them? The fucking government. The government got so much money to waste sending people to the fucking moon and sending people to Mars and Jupiter and all this. That shit is some bunch of bullshit. That NASA program need to be vanquished and need to be canceled. There's a lot of programs that the United States is running need to be fucking canceled. I bet a lot of people didn't know a couple of years ago they was actually sterilizing the black population. They had a sterilization called eugenics program going on here in the United States. That shit spread it from the United States and it went all the way to the European countries. It went across seas. The United States has participated in hurting its citizens. It's not in the people that's running this country is not interested in keeping us healthy. They're not interested in that. They're interested in the almighty dollar. They're interested in what's in your fucking bank account. Look at Wall Street. Look at all the money they're making off of the pharmaceutical companies. That's number one. Let's look at the pharmaceutical companies. I believe if every church, because church and state is separated, the churches don't have to pay any kind of taxes. I bet you we start taxing the church for even being operation, you know how much richer this country would be? We got so many penitentiaries and so many prisons in this country. I haven't heard one politician talking about closing down any of those prisons. I think we should do like other countries do. Empty them shits out. Empty all the prisons. Empty all the penitentiaries. Empty all the jails. empty all the institutions. Since those people like to gangbang so much, put them young people in the military. Put them in the military. I bet you any war we come up to fight in the future, I bet you will win. We'll have too many gangster disciples and vice lords and land kings and bloods and crips and everybody helping us to fight the fucking war. Empty some of those fucking prisons. They ain't got to empty all of them. Empty them. They got that big federal prison. They holding some people down there, and they call them the bombing people and all that. I bet you if you release them and put them into the military, we'll have an excellent military. Not saying that we don't have an excellent military right now, but we'll be more on top. This country is just going to pits because it's all about money. It's not about people. I've seen people go out their way to save a fucking doll rather than to save a child. This country is going straight to hell, and everyone knows it. So shout out to the chat. And shout out to the ones that's going to be listening to this video. Like and share the video, because you know what I'm saying is true. You know what the fuck I'm saying is true. A lot of people, they don't want to listen to you unless you're talking about somebody. I ain't got to talk about Garrick today. Garrick is not running the country. KB is not running the fucking country. They're just YouTube creators in this sector. That's all they are. Two little clowns in this sector running their mouth about absolutely nothing. KB, he was in the NBA. I haven't heard anything where he's talking about the elites. Because you know why he's not going to talk about the elites? Because he's still a part of all that bullshit. And you got motherfuckers on this app, mindless zombie motherfuckers, want to follow after a dude that only thing he's doing is leading you somewhere you can't come back from. That's what he's doing. He's not telling you grow your own garden. He's not telling you do things for yourself. He's not telling you nothing about that. He wants to complain about what certain black women in this country is doing. So what? So what? Who gives a fuck about what them black bitches are doing? Nobody cares. They have not cared about what the black woman has been doing in this country for over 400 years. What makes you think that they're going to start caring now? And half of the women he's talking about are all negative women. The women he's talking about in his videos or whatever he's talking about, he's trying to put them in a bad light. He got a bad taste in his mouth. And what it is, a lot of times when you hear a man constantly complain about a woman, that's because he want to be a woman. He want to be a bitch. It's not enough that he's a bitch with a dick, but he really wants to be a bitch. That's what he really wants to be. Anytime dudes on this app, especially in this sector, want to argue with different women, want to troll different women, and on this YouTube streets, on this YouTubes, basically, they're telling you what it's all about. They really actually want to be bitches. That's not enough that they bitches with dicks. Bitches with dicks are beta males. Beta males are lames. Beta males are dusties. Beta males are clowns. Beta males are pathetic. They're not real men. They don't lead nowhere. They don't have leadership qualities. They have sheeple qualities. And that is why this country is going down. It is what it is. I'm out of here. Mom, peace.